So you want to know how to make a Minecraft thumbnail like the one seen in my thumbnail. Hi, my name is AJAX, and today I'll be showing you how to make Minecraft thumbnails similar to popular Minecraft YouTubers, like Shark. On this channel, my goal is to teach new YouTubers how to make gaming thumbnails that will get them views. So if you find any value in this tutorial, subscribe for more videos. This channel focuses mainly on the editing side of thumbnails, so if you're not familiar enough with Minecraft to know how to install Forge or mods, I recommend you go and take a few minutes to go and watch some tutorials after you watch this video. All links necessary are going to be down in the description. So to start, you're going to need Photoshop. There are free alternatives like GIMP that I've used in the past, or you can even just use the Photoshop subscription for $10 a month. It's up to you. You're also going to need some fonts. Fonts are completely free. The links are going to be down below. You're going to need the custom NPC mod for 1.12.2. And you're also going to need any other mods that you may need for your thumbnail staging. Now I'm going to show you from start to finish how I stage my thumbnails and how I edit them. Alright, so to start off, we have to go into 1.12.2. Alright, so to get started, I'm going to hop into single player. I'm going to create a new world, and I'm going to set it to creative. And if you installed custom NPCs properly, you'll see that it was installed in the bottom left-hand corner. To open up custom NPCs, you're going to press E, and you're going to go to the page over here, and you're going to head over to the custom NPCs tools tab, and you're going to click on the NPC wand. Okay, so to get started, I'm going to right click on the floor. I'm going to create an NPC. I change the texture to URL. I'm going to Control V and paste a skin there. I went over here to the advanced tab. I'm going to change the job to puppet. You just gotta keep changing it until you find it. Now I'm over here in the AI tab. I'm going to click edit. Now I'm going to change the rotation setting from body to manual. This makes the NPC stand in one spot and it doesn't move. Alright, so here I have my NPC. Alright, so what I want to try doing next is I'm going to see if I can place one of these heads from this mod pack onto my NPC's head. So I right clicked it with the tool in my hand. I'm going to go to inventory and I'm going to place this on his head. Nice, it worked. Alright, so what I'm going to do next is I'm going to set him on fire because I think it would look cool. So I'm also going to take screenshots of me setting him on fire. With the mods that I have installed, I set up this like scary horror scene right here. I'm going to be taking a few screenshots. Alright, and now that I have some screenshots, I'm going to hop into Photoshop. Alright, so in Photoshop, your YouTube thumbnail, it has to be at least 1280 by 720. You could also change it to 1920 by 1080, but 1280 by 720 is good enough. I keep my resolution at like 60. You could name it or you could choose to not name it. I prefer to keep my background as transparent. I'm going to change this to 32-bit and I'm going to hit create. I'm going to go over here to file and I'm going to find the screenshots that I took when I was in Minecraft. Alright, so I'm going to start by putting the scary one on the left. So I'm going to Control T. Well, first I'm going to select the layer. Then I'm going to hit Control T on my keyboard and that allows it to look like this. And now I'm going to click and drag it up so that way I could scale it to make it bigger. Now I'm going to take the next one and I'm going to select the layer that I want. I'm going to drag it up and now I'm going to hit Control T on my keyboard again and scale it upwards. Alright, so next I want to split this thumbnail in half pretty much by putting a line right down the middle. I'm going to create a new layer by hitting this new layer button. I'm going to go over here to the shape tool. I'm going to go to rectangle tool. I'm going to create a giant rectangle. And I'm going to change the color to white. And I believe this is for stroke. Yep, that is for stroke. So yeah, I'm gonna add a stroke. I don't see why not. I'll add a small stroke. And then I'm gonna close that menu. So now I'm going to double click the layer for the rectangle. And then I'm going to add a drop shadow wherever it is, all the way at the bottom. And I'm going to add a light drop shadow. I'm going to take my polygon tool up here, and I'm just going to select the other half that I want to cut out from the top image. And now that that is selected, I'm going to go and click this layer right here, and I'm going to hit Control X. Well, not yet. I actually have to go to rasterize layer at the right click, rasterize layer, and then I get to cut it out. There you go. Alright, so what's next is I want to make the left image look as though it was taken during night. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the pen tool and I'm just going to cut out the mountain right here just so that way I can change the color of the sky to make it look as though it's dark out. And you don't have to pay this much attention to detail since half the image is going to be covered up anyway. So now that I've gone all the way around and reconnected the end with the beginning, I'm going to go up here to selection. So I'm going to right click, I'm going to rasterize layer, and I'm going to hit Control X, and that just cuts out the background. Next, I'm going to be dragging in a image of a sky, just to replace the original background. Next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this layer right here, and I'm going to go over here to curves, and I'm going to lower the curves of this image. Okay, so I think that looks pretty cool. Alright, so this is what they look like, and before I move on, I'm actually going to merge these two bottom layers. I'm going to merge these layers, and I'm going to actually assign this curves layer to only affect this layer directly below it. So I do that by selecting this right here, and now the curves layer will only change the colors of the layer directly below it. So now I'm going to do the same to like this monster side right here. So I'm going to click on the layer that I want to change. I'm going to go to curves. It's going to open up this menu right here, and I'm going to change it up. Wait, before I change it up, I'm going to link it to the layer directly below it, and now I'm going to start making some changes. Next, what I'm going to do is create another new layer. I'm going to go to the text tool over here, and I'm going to change my font. Today I'm going to be trying Danbury Small. Yeah, Danbury Small, personal use. So I'm going to start off by dragging a rectangle on this side, and I'm going to start by typing in scary, and I don't think it even is small enough to be seen. I think it's too big. And now I have the word scary right here. I'm going to double click the layer for scary. I'm going to add a stroke. I'm going to change the color of the stroke to black. I'm going to add a drop shadow. I might actually make the stroke bigger because it's too small. That's a lot better. And I'm also going to increase the drop shadow. Alright, so now I have scary on one side. I'm actually going to right click the text layer. I'm going to duplicate the layer because I want to do this again. I just want to change the word. So I'm going to line it up. It's actually not really lined up. There we go. Now it's lined up. So I lined it up, and I'm going to double tap inside of the square where the T is, and I'm going to type in a new word. Alright, so I'm going to flatten the entire image. And I'm going to go to filter, I'm going to go to sharpen, and I'm going to go to unsharp mask. And I'm going to increase the sharpness. Alright, well there you have it. Here is a fully edited Minecraft thumbnail. Now you know how I make my Minecraft thumbnails and probably how some other YouTubers make theirs as well. If you found this tutorial useful, please consider subscribing for more videos on how to make better gaming thumbnails. If you have any games in mind that you would like to know how to make thumbnails for, comment them down below and I would love to help. And I'll catch you in the next video.